You may place your hands on top of your legs and start rolling your shoulders front toward the back toward the front. And roll, shoulders are staying down, roll your head. Opposite direction. And side to side. Up and down. Take your arms upward from the base of the arm toward the ceiling. Keep your head between the biceps and lift the chest. Extend the arm fully toward the sky, either separated or together with the index facing the ceiling. And make sure your chin is up a little bit so the chest is lifted. Take 5 breaths. Now, above your head, inner the fingers, turn the palms upward so the palms are stretching, and keep your body a little bit to the right side and bring your head back. And release and switch to the other side. Back to the center. Take your hands top of your elbows, or bring your hands to the back of the chest. So the palms are reaching toward the shoulder blades. Lift the chin, lift the chin, lift the chest. So your chin is not forward, dropping. Breathe to your rib cage on the front. Now bring your hands behind your back with your fingertips to the floor. Turn the palms forward, biceps forward. Lift the chest. Create the arch to your back. Bring your head back toward the chest a little bit. Breathe for 5 times. See if you can deepen your breaths as you're breathing. Now bring your hands at front of your legs with your hands wider than the shoulders. Bring your body forward and relax your head to the floor. Stay for 5 breaths. Breathe deeper than before. Back it up to seated position. Bring your left hand to the left side and raise the right arm. Kind of stretch the right side of the waist, head back. And make sure your hands is out further away from your hip. So you kind of push away from the floor as you stretching the right arm. Bring your right hand behind your back, left hand outside your knee. Look to the right shoulder or look to the right side. Lift the sternum. Take a few breaths. And you may go ahead and turn your head only toward the left shoulder. Lift the chest and sternum more. Release, take a breath. Switch to the other side. Right hand to the right side, left arm upward. Stretch that left side rib cage, side of the waist. Bring your chin back away from your chest. And good, bring your left hand behind your hips. Right hand outside the knee, look to the left shoulder or left side. Again, lift the chin, raise the chest. And you may go ahead and turn your head to the right shoulder. And release. Now, bring your left under the right elbow, and either you can keep your back of a hand together or palms together. If that's hard, you can hug yourself, kind of move your hands behind your back of shoulders and raise the chest. So don't drop your elbows down, lift the elbow off the chest a little bit if you're doing that. Otherwise, you're gonna stay here. Very good. Keep your arms open to the side, take a breath. Let's switch to the other side. And make sure your spine is not rounded, lengthen the spine. And good, release. Now let's go on to the mat, please, and bring your blocks if you have one or two. If you don't, just come on onto hands and knees, all fours. So I'm gonna go to a mat. As you come into all fours, keep your shoulders over your wrist, knees under your hips. Arch your back, look up, inhale. Round your back, exhale. Repeat 5 times. Now, stay neutral with your spine. Bring your hips to the left and right. Look the opposite way for a few times. Now stay with your right arm down, raise the left arm up, look toward the tips of the fingers. Bring your head shoulder inside, rest this side of the head to threading the needle. So rest this side of the head down. Keep your top arm stretched. Very good. Now come back to all fours again. Bring your left leg up, look up. And bring your knee to the belly, chest, round your back. Repeat a few times. Hold the leg up, keep your arms strong. Bring your head to your knee, round your back. And release. Let's repeat the other side. Hold the leg up, keep your arms stronger. knee to the head, round your back. Now stay down with the knee, stay with your left hand under your shoulder, raise your right arm up, look toward the tips of the fingers. Bring it down to the threading the needle, slide the head down, stretch the top arm. Good. Now come on to hands and knees, all fours, and keep your fingers spread. And lift the buttocks to the ceiling to the down dog. If you have a tight hamstrings, bend your knees. On top of a mat, step with your right foot forward, long step. And bring your hands top of your knee, out your back, or keep your hands behind your back, open the chest. Stay for 5 breaths. And go back to down dog, 5 breaths. And step forward with your opposite foot. Back leg down. And let's go back to the upward arms or hands behind your back for the opening chest shoulder. So it's up to you, whichever you want to do. Keep your hands down, step forward with your feet forward, rest the head so the neck is relaxed. Now keep your back straight, even if you have a bad knee. Straight the back with either straight legs or bend knees. Lengthen the spine as much as you can. Now keep your sit bones back, arms behind you, like doing a chair pose or arm forward toward the ceiling. Rise and back bend, arms toward the ceiling or hands to your back, and back bend. Forward bend, rest the head to your legs. Hands to your knees, look up with a halfway. Forward bend. Step back, down dog for 5 breaths. Lift the sit bones and press away from your mat. Coming up to top of a push-up or bring your knees down with your straight back. Hold for 2 breaths. Coming down to the floor with the body. You can keep your hands toward the waist, lift the chest, and kind of extend your legs behind you. Doing a snake pose. Going back to down dog, 5 breaths. Lift the sit bones higher, press away from your mat with your fingers, spread, open toes and fingers a lot. On top of the mat, step forward, use your left foot. Keep your right foot toward the back, turning out. Bring your hand top of your knee or top of your foot. Bring your right shoulder upward to a side angle pose. Make sure your knee stays right over your ankle and raise the arm upward from the base of your armpits or remain to the pose. Look down, hands down, and step forward with the right foot on top of your mat. Stay down for a few breaths in forward bend. Keep your back straight like we did before, with the arms behind you stretched, or use a strap if you need to. Lengthen the spine with the bent knees or straight leg. Lift the chin away from the chest. Go ahead, sit bones back with the bent knees to the chair pose, arms behind your back or upward. Rise and reach up toward the sky, arms upward or hands to your back. Back bend for 2 breaths. Forward bend, 2 breaths. Look up with the inhalation, halfway. Exhalation, forward bend. Step back, down dog, 5 breaths. Back to top of a push-up, or keep your knees down with a straight back. Coming down to the floor to snake pose. If you can, keep your hands under your elbows, lift the chest, and walk your legs back further. Back to down dog for 5 breaths. And step with your right foot forward, top of your mat, between your hands. Turn your left foot to the side, looking toward the left. Right hand top of your foot or elbow top of a knee, or you may use a block. Raise the left arm upward from your armpit. Always keep your head back so the chest opening. Look down and step forward with your left foot on top of your mat into forward bend. Rest the head for a few breaths. If you can, grab your legs behind you with your hands. Now go ahead, if you have a block, grab your block and bring your between your thighs, the thin part, and hike your block with your thighs. Bring your hands behind your back, bend the body forward like we did before with a straight back. As you trying to keep your inner thighs rolling toward your block. And lengthen the spine more, lift the chin up more away from the chest. If you want, and you can do it, grab your elbows or forearms. Walk your shoulders. Both sit bones back with the bent knees to the chair pose, arm behind you forward or upward. Rise and back bend, 2 breaths. Bend forward, relax your head for a couple breaths. Now grab your block with your right hand and bring it right between your feet. And bend your right knee, but keep your left leg straight. Look to the left side. Stay or raise the top arm upward toward the sky. And make sure you're pressing your big toes down. So your feet should be hips apart. And they are parallel to each other. And go ahead, step back, down dog for 5 breaths. Now bring your right knee down close to your right wrist and keep your left leg behind you straight as your left knee facing left side, going to the side plank pose modification. You can also keep your legs together with the straight legs. Now go back to the down dog for 2 breaths. Back to top of a push-up or knees down. Now as you're coming down to the floor slowly, bring your arms behind your back, extend the arms behind you or interlace the fingers, lift the chest. You can stay with the legs down or raise the leg up. And go back to downward facing dog, 5 breaths. You may stay or raise the left leg up, arms stronger. Now step between your hands forward with your left foot, long step. Make sure your knee stays over your ankle. Bring your hands behind your shoulder, raise the chest to the high lunge. You can also have the knee back on the floor, on the back leg. Now, keep your right hand under your shoulder, face the left side, and lift the chin. Stay or extend the arm forward or toward the ceiling. Step forward, top of the mat, into forward bend. And go ahead, grab your block one more time, bring it back inside your inner thigh like we did before. Let's go forward bend with a long spine, chin away from the chest, arms behind you. Or grab your elbows behind you. Or you can keep your hands together, prayer position between the back of the chest. Now, if you have more opening to your legs, move your buttocks over your heels. And last chair pose. Last back bend, straighten the legs, hug your sit bones together. Forward bend for 2 breaths. Grab your block with your left hand and bring it right between your feet. Bend your left knee with your right leg straight, fully engaged with your right leg. You may raise your right arm upward or hands stay to your back. Down dog, 5 breaths. Now, let's keep your left hand top of your mat down with your left knee close to your wrist. Right foot facing the right side with the right leg straight, going to the side. Plank pose on this side. You can keep your knee down on the left or legs together. And down dog, couple breaths. Top of a push-up. And coming back to the floor, you may go back to that locust pose we did before, or if it's doable, grab your ankles behind you, turn the toes toward the back, lift the chest. Going to the bow pose. Otherwise, you can do the snake pose instead. And let's go back to down dog. Breathe. You may stay or raise the right leg up. Keep your arms stronger. And top of your mat, step with your right foot forward. Keep your right knee over your ankle. Lift the hard chest to the high lunge. Also, you can keep your knee down on the back for modification. Now keep your left hand inside your foot, right hand to your back, look to the right side. Arms toward the ceiling or forward. And step forward, top of your mat into forward bend. You can grab your ankles behind you or bring your hands inside the biceps, hang the elbows for the feet. Keep your hands by your hips, straight it back and come up. Let's take a couple deep breaths. Inhale, exhale, repeat. Inhale and exhale. Now keep your hands to your hips and step to the side of your mat, so you kind of stay to the long side of the mat. Open the toes, extend the chest, lift the chest, arms to the sides, shoulder height behind the chest. Now turn your right foot facing the front, keep your knee bent over your ankle, and try to keep your shoulders, trunk over your hips into warrior two. Engage your fingertips. Make sure your back arm is the same height as the front. Turn the right palm up, reverse warrior. Straighten the leg, bring your body forward without collapsing into your waist. Grab your under kneecap or ankle. Turn your chest upward on the top, raise your arm, or remain to the pose with your hand onto your hip. Triangle pose for 5 breaths. Other variation will be arms extended, forward head to the top bicep. Keep your hands back to your hip. Bend your right knee. Turn the right foot. Let's take 2 long deep breaths. Repeat. Now, back with the hands to your hips. Keep your left foot facing the left side toward the front. Keep your knee over your heels, or the left heel arm stretched to the side to the warrior two. And make sure your front knee stays straight, not inside or outside too much. So your left knee facing the center of your toes. Bring your arms behind your chest more. Open the chest. Now, keep your left palm up, reverse warrior. Go ahead, straighten the legs. Take your body forward with the extended arm like you're reaching for something. Bring your left hand under your kneecap or closer to your ankle. Turn your right chest upward, arm upward or stay. Again, other variation with the arms extended forward and ears top of your bicep. Take your hand back to your hip, bend your knee on the left. Turn your feet facing parallel to each other. We're gonna go to the wide-legged pose. Bend the body forward. You can use a block under your forehead or 2 blocks for wide-legged pose for a few breaths. Make sure your body stays long with your spine. Arms can be behind your leg, behind your back. Now we're going to do the revolve wide-legged pose. So right hand stay on the floor, or you may use a block. Left hand to your hip, look to the left side, and you may raise the top arm for other action. Keep your head centered, so the head is not tilted down. Keep your head centered, bring your chin back. Go ahead, release your hand, take a breath. And let's repeat the right side for the revolve wide-legged pose. Now, rest the arm inside your legs. Relax the crown of the head to the ground so the heart is above your head. We're going to stay here for 5 deep, long breaths. Now go ahead, slowly bring your feet together, heels and toes, toes and heels, and stop where your hips apart with your feet. Gonna go toward a forward bend one more time. Now the hips opened up, legs opened up for the deeper stretch. So you can keep your hands behind your leg or hands inside your biceps, hanging down the elbows for the feet. And you may go ahead and release. And let's have a strap if you have a strap. If you don't, maybe grab a towel as you're gonna go ahead and lay on your back. When you lay on the back, make sure you're either using a block or maybe a blanket or towel behind your head. You're gonna keep your right leg to the ground, fully engaged, and bring your left foot into the strap toward the ceiling. And see if you can keep your top leg fully stretched as much as you can. And bottom leg stays very active from your right buttock to the right heel. Take 12 deep breaths. So we're gonna stay a little longer on this pose. Now go ahead, bend your knee on the left side, bring your right foot into the strap or your towel if you have it. Keep your left leg to the ground, fully engaged from your left buttock to the left heel. And keep your right foot to the strap, equally pressed to the strap. And if you can, spread the toes so you can fully engage your toes. Now go ahead, bend your knee one more time with the right foot and bring your left foot to this strap. And grab your strap with your left hand or wrap it around your elbow so you have a good grip. As you keep your right leg to the ground, fully extended, energized, bring your left leg a little bit to the left side, opening your leg. Or you can keep your left leg a little higher toward your hip if you have more flexible leg. It depends on your body. Takes 7 to 8 breaths. Now go ahead, bend that left knee a little bit, switch with your right hand, same leg, going to the right side for working your hip flex, IT band, and leg muscles, leg bones. And see if you can keep your left arm up higher than the shoulders, palm upward. So you work your arm a little bit on the left side. And go ahead, bend your left knee. As you're coming back to center, switch with your right foot. Keep your left leg engaged fully to the ground. Bring your right leg to the right side with your hand grabbing your strap. Excuse me. Make sure bottom leg is not soft. Engage your bottom leg fully toward the ankle, calf, hamstring, quadricep. Now go ahead, bend your right leg, switch with your left hand and bring your right leg to the left side. Working your hamstring, quadricep, and hip flexor, IT band area. Now see if you can keep your right arm higher than the shoulder, extended away from your body, palm upward. Good, good, bend your knee, and let's switch with your left foot. Bring your right foot on top of your kneecap, above your kneecap, not on your kneecap, or closer to your groin. If you have a strap, grab both of the strap, and bring your right knee outward a couple inches away from your body. We're gonna work the hips, knees, in here, notice the tendons and joints as well. And let's bend the knee on top a little bit, switching with your right foot. And now bring your left foot on top of your kneecap, above your kneecap toward the groin is up to you. And like we did the other side, bring your left knee outward, away from your body, a few inches. And go ahead and release that strap. If you have a towel, put it to the side. Now, if you have a block or blocks, bring your block under your sacrum. If you have two blocks, you can use two blocks under your sacrum. And raise the leg up together or separate it toward the ceiling. Fully engage your leg so there's a blood flow from your feet down toward the lower abdomen. Also, you can grab the edges of the mat with the fingertips, pull it against your shoulder blades. Good. Now bring your feet down, lift up, move your block on the side. And take your arms behind you, fully stretched, palms up. Or you can grab your wrist on the left with your right hand and bring your knees together, cross or together without crossing toward the right side. And you may look to the left or stay center with your head. And come back to the center, take a breath. And let's, excuse me, switch to the other side with your knees to the left, head to the right, or remain with your head centered so the face is facing the ceiling. And let's come back to the center, face the feet up toward the ceiling, grab your big toes, heels, ankles into a happy baby pose. And you may rock yourself side to side or stay to the pose. Now, either grab your knees with your hands, raise the head to your knees, bring your chin down to stretch your neck, or bring your feet together, grab the outside of the feet, raise the head toward the tip toes. And go ahead, release into Shavasana, the corpse pose. You can either rest the body to the floor, fully extended legs, arms, fingers to the feet, or bring your feet together, touching the bottom feet together, knees to the sides. So you're working your inner thighs while you're resting. That's called Pada Konasana or bounded feet. And also you can have a block. If you have your feet together, knees are to the sides, you can use your blocks outside your each knees for supporting. Otherwise, rest the body toward the Shavasana if you don't want to do that. Close your eyes. And make sure your shoulders are not shrugging. Walk your shoulders toward the feet. Fingers toward the feet. If your legs are on the floor straight, extend your legs forward toward the front so the lower back is released. And then rest the body with entirely relaxing the muscles, bones, joints, every cell memories into the body. Bring attention to every breath, every inhalation, every exhalation. You may start coming back to the body, back to the breaths, and make a fist and release a few times with your fingers. You may circle your feet, toes, and fingers. Behind your back, extend the arms with the legs extended forward, so stretch your body entirely. Or you may grab your elbows on top of your head, resting to the ground for 5 deep breaths. And now bring your knees together, hug your knees, to relax the toes, stay over softly, rock yourself side to side. And go ahead on your side, either left or right, rest it into your bicep. And other hand, stay top of your head, top of your hip, and rest for 5 long deep breaths. And when you're ready, help yourself back to the seated position. Keep your eyes closed with your hands toward the heart center, resting top of your legs. Make sure your back stays straight, not rounded. Take 5 conscious, mindful breathing. If you would like to join for one sound of Om, take a deep inhalation. Thumbs toward the third eye. If your hands together, bow to the heart. Thank you very much for joining the class this morning, and have a beautiful day, and hope you and family stay safe and well. Namaste. My name is Russell.
Namaste.
Namaste. Great to have you guys. How was the class?
It was wonderful.
Huh? Nobody passed out. Everybody's kind of
No. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great one.
You too.
Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you. Great to see you.